Hello there, Lynx here, welcome to Sakura Gym Girls, and that's right, today is the day when we try get the ending where we get in a relationship with our ex-girlfriend, and she was the one who ended the relationship, but we'll try to get there again, and we'll see where exactly this gets us here. Right, that will be skipping as per usual. If you want to see more shiny guns like that, like, you know, for some reason going back with your ex, which is ridiculous, be sure to be subscribed. Maybe there will be more of that in the future, who knows. There is a lot of VNs, you never know what they might hide under the choices we are making. As I said, we are skipping stuff that we've seen in the previous episodes. There she is. There was our purple heart. Okay, what's the question? Which of us is more important to you? I'd rather see Ranko. I know this reply will hurt us as feelings, but I can't be anything other than honest. It's a weakness of mine, one which hasn't put me in good standing with most of the women in my life, but what can I say? We all have our foibles. If you want the truth, then I'll give it to you. I really do want to see Ranko again. We have a lot of unfinished business to discuss. A gym probably isn't the best place for it, but it's better than nothing. If we can talk, if only for a little while, I think that should be able to satisfy me. Asa was silent for a few moments, still embracing her legs against her chest before she nods. I get that. If the two of you have history, you might as well take the opportunity to hash things out. If I were in your shoes, I think I'd want to talk to Ranko too. You don't mind? No, I appreciate your honesty. I'm glad you always say what's on your mind. Oh, you know me, I'm nothing if not honest. It's my one of many second names. I know I'd like to think I have a pretty good understanding of you. Sorry. I know, I'd like to think I have a pretty good understanding of you, Shouhei, after all years. And I stand by what I said earlier. It really was silly of Ranko to dump you. You really must be the nicest guys I've ever met. Thank you. This situation, right? Let's go. I wouldn't mind if Ranko felt me up like that. Let's go with that. Part of me wishes, not that I'll ever come out and admit to it, that Ranko was filling me up like that. Damn it! It doesn't seem fair that us getting all the attention when she and Ranko never even dated. I think they never dated. What if I don't know about something? Ranko used to be my girlfriend, not Asa. Not Asa, actually. What's a guy gotta do to get some special service around here? Life is so unfair. In fact, now that I stop and think about it, is Ranko doing this on purpose to make me jealous? If so, that would be pretty devious. Curse you, Ranko, for flirting with Asa right in front of me. How dare you? If it's... oh, okay. Ranko is being stretched. And I mean, like, gym stretched, okay? Like, workout stretched, not something else. I think Ranko and Tsumiki look pretty hot. You'd must make a bit richer couple. I've never thought of Asa like that before. Now that's an interesting observation. I do think Asa's cute, but that's in the same way I coo over a small animal at a petting zoo. I've never really thought of her as a potential partner. That'd be way too awkward given we work together. Well, that's, by the way, so bad to say something like that. Wouldn't that be unprofessional? I need to try and curb this misunderstanding Ranko's laboring under before things get out of control. No, as I was... She didn't listen at all. She looks surprisingly cute. Tsumiki. Okay, over here we are going with the other option. What is it, Sha? Do you like what you see? Of course I do. Well, duh. I reply with the faintest of tremors in my tone. Now, why do I keep stammering around Ranko? Talk about embarrassing. You should know that I think you're attractive. I wouldn't have agreed to go out with you otherwise back to university. Oh! And then we go to choice 2, which is reward. I've really been pushing. If you really want, you ought to take care of me. Alright. We didn't do it previously. Oh, like this is something I need to think about for more than 5 seconds. I've always found Ranko appealing, and she looks even more so now given she's propositioning me. I don't know what this affair might lead to in the future, but I'm so enamored I can't think about that right now. Ranko said she missed me, but she isn't the only one. I think I missed her too, way more than I ever let myself believe. Oh. What? Did you miss me? Yes. Hello, Tsumiki. Future of the shop, of course. That's what I'm thinking about. Alright, you're so brazen. Well, I did used to date Ranko. Let's say this name. Hey. If I want to ogle anybody, I should be allowed to ogle Ranko. We used to date. Maybe you did, but you're not anymore. You should be a bit more respectful. Oh, what's this? Are you trying to defend my honor, Tsumiki? That's so sweet of you. I didn't know you cared so much. And now we have to unfortunately say I prefer Ranko. Sure. We don't. Tsumiki might be gorgeous, but I think I still prefer Ranko, which is ridiculous. Ranko's more curvaceous than Tsumiki's, and though she might be a little thicker around her thighs and her stomach, I think that makes her more approachable. Tsumiki's so pretty, she looks almost inhuman. Bullshit. She looks very human. She looks less like a human at the moment and more like an elf. The hell are you talking about right now? At least she would, were she not engaged in a series of motions which look so incredibly Alright, do you want me to start calling you mommy? Would you like that? Of course I wouldn't! Don't even joke about that, I'm sensitive about my age. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Really thought, I never would have been able to tell though, not if you hadn't mentioned. You don't look 34 at all. You seem much younger. Well, I would hope so. My session in the gym eventually ends, and once it does, I turn to leave. I'm a little curious about whether Tsumiki will try to speak to me after her aborted attempt earlier, but she doesn't. It looks like she's forgotten about our earlier exchange. Ah, well, I guess it can't have been that important. I sigh. My workout session today was pretty rigorous, and I'm covered in sweat, salty droplets of it bedding on my forehead, my cheeks and my chin. Why didn't you go get a shower? My hair is stuck to my face, which is flushed, and it's hard for me to catch my breath. I'd like to head in the locker room so I can shower and change back to my casual clothes, but Ranko, as I soon discover, has other ideas. She calls out me before I can depart, her own face flushed from her prior exertions. Hey Shou! Wait up! I hold in my tracks. It'd be rude not to ring and look at Ranko from over my shoulder. What is it? You're heading out now, aren't you? It's starting to get late and my session is over. I figured, but I thought I'd double check. I'm actually getting off work soon, so I was wondering. Ranko smiles while coyly toying with a few loose strands of her curly hair. Would it be alright if I came back to your place? You want to? Yes, I feel like we've got a bit of catching up to do. There's a lot I want to talk to you about, actually, that we can't really do here, not in front of other people. Ranko's eyes dart about the gym, to take in Tsumiki, who's busy searching, and Nasa, who's wiping the sweat from her brow with a towel. I can't say goodbye to you right now. Or to be more precise, I don't want to. Not when so much has been left unresolved between us. Will you let me hang out with you, Shou? Please, 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 pretty please. Well, I feel myself flushing, not this time from the after effects of my workout, but from Ranko's honeyed words. She's standing closer to me than she really needs to, her large eyes lined with long lashes trained upon me. She might be a bit sweaty, but not even that can disguise the sweet scent of her shampoo. Not for the first time, I'm struck by how pretty Ranko is. I have a few misgivings about inviting her to my humble abode, but if you really want to, then I guess it's fine. I don't mind talking, but talking's all we'll be doing, okay? I have work tomorrow, I need to wake up early, I can't let you distract me. Distract you? Ranko grins mischievously. And how would I do it exactly, my adorable show? You know... Ranko takes a step forwards and I in turn take an uneasy step back.
Hey, we're still in the gym, but Ranko is being incredibly bold, so much so both Tsumiki and Dasa have turned to look at us.
Huh, I can't believe they are flirting so brazenly. I wish Saki could be more professional. Asa meanwhile is starting to get flustered. I was going to ask if you want to go back home together, Shouhei, but I can see you're busy right now. I don't want to get in the way, so I'll make myself scarce. I'll come with you. I don't feel like bearing witness to the scene any longer. I feel like I'm going to barf. Both Tsumiki and Asa exit the gym, leaving Ranko and I alone together, just, I guess, as Ranko wanted. Ranko serves me, her eyes half-lidded and grins.
Oh boy. The prey has been captured.
No, isn't this nice? There is nobody here to distract us. My darling show.
One of the straps of Ranko's vest is sliding down to reveal an ample amount of her pale shoulder. Ooh. Ranko, please. I look away, abashed. We're just going to talk, remember? You need to stop trying to seduce me.
Oh, does it really seem like I'm flirting with you?
Ranko titters.
Sorry, show. I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. I'm not.
I'm sure you aren't, yeah.
I have a pretty bad feeling about this, but I already acquiesced to Ranko's request. It'd be rude if I backed out now. I guess I have no choice but to go along with it. I only hope I don't regret this later. Who knows, maybe we will. I'm being honest. Really, I am. When I say that, when I agreed to let Ranko come over, I only wanted to speak to her. Okay? A lot of questions have been waving on my mind, too, in regards to the precise nature of our relationship. Ranko and I might have dated, but that was several years ago. I thought I'd move on from her, but meeting her again seems to have reignited some of my earlier feelings. I tried to put sad feelings to one side. I didn't want to make things too complicated, but that became harder than ever when I saw her at the hostess club wearing that skimpy dress. I only had to look at her for my feelings, one stone cold to simmer over. Now I'm incapable of interacting with Ranko normally. I'm unsure, in this context, what normal even means, given we were dating for so long. We even talked a good deal about building a future together, getting married, having kids, and the like. I thought that future was an impossibility after Ranko called everything off, but now I'm starting to wonder. I want to ask Ranko how she feels about me. It seems imperative that I know, so I can better plan what I want to do with my life, and if I want to entwine my life with hers. I really truly wanted to have a serious discussion, like the adults we've become, but...
well... one thing led to another, and then... you know... right.
Oh, that's a cute... night clothes.
Ah, now that was a nice way to pass the evening, if I do say so myself.
Ranko sighs contented as she lies beside me in the bed. Her hair is a little rumpled after our bout of strenuous activity, you know, workout. Additional workout after gym. Sometimes it's needed. And her face is flushed, but for all of that she looks satisfied. She reminds me in fact of a cat who's just caught in a juicy mouse. Why would you compare it like that? So pleased with herself she can't help but beam. Now if Ranko's cat, would that make me the mouse? We might be lying in bed in my apartment, but I feel like I've been backed into a corner here. Maybe I shouldn't have played along with Ranko's advances. I don't talk to her, but we didn't do much talking the last half an hour. Talking was a bit of an impossibility actually, given my mouth was filled with Ranko's tongue. Ah, nice. I'm glad I was able to get better acquainted with Ranko, I suppose, but now in the aftermath I feel more lost than ever before. What are we anyway? Are we friends with benefits? Actual couple? Or was this nothing more than a fleeting affair conducted because Ranko was bored? I had no idea. Ranko might talk a lot, but I've never been able to get a good read on her, personality-wise. We're way too dissimilar. Thinking about it like that, it's a miracle our relationship lasted as long as it did.
I was feeling pretty pent up, but you really helped me relax. Thank you, Chef, for being so accommodating. You really are a darling.
Darling.
I raised an eyebrow, and in so doing hope to quell the blush which threatens to run riot across my treacherous cheeks. Am I really?
Yeah, you are. I think so at least. You're my darling and you're very dear to me. I never would have let you do all those depraved things to my slender, nubile body otherwise. Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, please. I look away from Ranko, my face on fire. Don't act like I'm the one who took advantage.
None of that would have happened if you hadn't made the first move.
You practically threw yourself at me.
Oh, maybe I did. I've always been one to take what I want, but I didn't hear you complaining, darling. I thought you were just as into it as I was.
Well, you know. Hey, still speaking about the working out. There was a bit of kissing, but that's about it. I look at my lap, abashed. Yeah, I was pretty into it, I guess, yeah.
I knew it.
But I still don't know where I stand with you, Ranko. I thought when you broke up with me that our relationship was at an end. I didn't expect we'd see one another again, but when we did, I didn't think anything would come of it. I was prepared to keep my distance, but you keep on flirting with me. I don't know if you're joking around or if you really mean it, and it's hard for me to figure it all out. Can't you tell me how you really feel, huh? Silence descends in the wake of this little outburst. Ranko looks at me from beneath her lashes, her expression unreadable. I can imagine Ranko is having much fun, being pelted by my very serious concerns. Ranko's never really done genuine discussion. She must prefer kidding around, even after moments of intimacy. Sometimes I have to wonder if she's afraid of commitment. It's not something we've really touched upon, but her flighty nature makes it seem a distinct possibility. I sit there, waiting for the inevitable moment when Ranko pulls away, perhaps with a terse,
"Well, that was fun, but I have to go now."
But the moment passes and still Ranko doesn't stir. Her brow furrows, and then, after a pause, she starts to speak.
Oh, Shouhei, aren't my feelings obvious?
No, they aren't. I've given it a lot of thought, but I still don't understand you.
I must be a moron, especially when it comes to women's hearts, so you have to spell it out for me.
I see. I thought you might have matured a little since university, but it seems you're just as dense as always.
Thank you. I have matured. You said I acted like a robot back then, but I'm not now.
Oh, well, that's true enough. You've become better at understanding your own feelings, at least, but other people's. It seems I'm still something of an enigma to you.
That's because you never tell me what's really on your mind.
Maybe I don't. As a woman, I've got to be a little mysterious, but I wouldn't have thought my actions would make my feelings apparent enough. I'm not an easy girl, you know. Regardless of how friendly I might act, I don't offer myself up to anybody who asks.
That's good.
I only instigated with you, Shou, because I like you. Really, I do.
You... A blink could have got by this unexpected display of sincerity.
I feel all mixed up, my heart's pounding incredibly hard, even more than it was when Ranko and I were entwined. What's wrong with me? Do I really like Ranko all that much?
I guess I'm not as over her as I thought. If I was, I wouldn't feel so out of sorts. I'm hopeless.
Do you still like me? After all of this time?
Yeah, I do. I like you an awful lot, Shou. I always have done. I never really stopped. Not even when I broke things off with you.
What? But you said we drifted apart. I thought I bored you to tears.
No, we didn't. I might have said other things, but I was only trying to cover up how I really felt. If you want to know the truth,
Ranko inhales and says,
I broke up with you because I knew once we graduated that our lives would take different paths. I figured we'd drift apart naturally, sooner or later, so it'd be easier to split before that happened. I liked you so much I didn't want to see our relationship fall apart. I thought I'd rather end things myself so I'd not have to suffer from the uncertainty of it. You didn't do anything wrong, Shou. It was my own silly anxieties that led me to leave you.
I stared at Ranko, overwhelmed. Does that mean that all this time you still liked me?
Yeah, I did. I've always been important to me, no matter how I tried to put you from my mind. I think that's why my past relationships failed. I was still stuck on you. I couldn't give my partners the attention they deserved, so of course they left me. I deserved it really for being so fixated. I never really thought that we'd see one another again. I thought it was impossible, so you can imagine my surprise when I did see you. I thought it was, I don't know.
Ranko shakes her head ruefully.
Fate, maybe, or destiny. I don't think I believe in that kind of thing, but I'm glad we've found one another again regardless. I missed you so much, and I was happy we were reunited. That's why I've been a little pushy, I suppose. I wanted you to know that you were still loved. But coming out and saying it would have been a little, I don't know.
Ranko giggles shyly.
I didn't want to seem desperate. I guess the cat's out of the bag now, for I fessed up to everything, so you know just how much you mean to me. You should know too, that I want to stay with you, not just as your friend, but as your girlfriend. That's all I've wanted for years. I let you go once before, but I won't do it again. I want to keep you all to myself.
Ranko. I begin, yet I soon find myself cut off. Ranko winds her arms above my shoulders, then pulls me onto the bed, so I'm lying on top of her. She stares at me, our faces stand inches apart, and says,
You belong to me, and I won't let anybody else take you from me.
She should say that in that way. She didn't, but you know. When before I have a chance to reply, Ranko presses our mouths together. Huh? I signed a kiss, surprised as Ranko shifts beneath me. I can feel her hair brushing against my cheeks, and I marvel at how soft she feels. I thought Ranko was toying with me, but now I can see, in the wake of the confession, how silly this anxiety was. Ranko might be playful, but she's never really been coldly cruel. She would never toy with my heart for her own amusement. She's always been serious about me, and I, in turn, want to be serious about her. I like her a lot. And while I don't know how our relationship will pan out, I'm interested in seeing how things will go. I want to reignite my old relationship with Ranko, and maybe this time we really will be able to stay together. I can't see into the future, but there is one thing I do know. I don't want to let her go either. I mean, she's great overall, but I still think stepping into something that was finished again is not the greatest thing to do. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, you know, maybe it's actually a great thing to do. Who knows? I don't. Because I would not do that. That's right. Anywho, that would be it for another ending, right? We have one more ending to go, by the way. You don't know what kind of ending it is, right? I'll not tell you. You will see tomorrow if you tune in. Hopefully you will. For now, hope you enjoyed this episode. Consider liking the video if you did. That would be super much appreciated. This helps a lot. I don't know if you didn't have it a chance in the past. You can tell me yourself again if you would step into the relationship with ex-partner. That's right. Your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend, whichever. Subscribe if you haven't already. That would be also very much appreciated, as we are on the journey to 10,500. So every new person counts. There's also Twitch, Twitter, Instagram in the description. If you're into any of that stuff, you can follow me there, and that's about it. For now, hope you have a wonderful day, and yeah, hope you drop by tomorrow as well in the final episode of Sakura Gym Girls.